Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I want to thank each and every one of you for finding your time to share this wonderful moment for this confirmation hearing for, I guess, Mr. Cruz and Ms. Selena Ashland. So what we're going to do, before we start, I just want to put out some administrative announcement, and I'll repeat myself on the my address and other stuff that you need to know. So another thing, if you're submitting a written testimony, my staff is over there, and if you want to read your written testimony during the confirmation hearing, you may do so. And you can also send the written testimony to my office, and I'll tell you the address and where to send in my email and things like that. So we're going to start. If you're going to present a verbal testimony pursuant to the principles that are undergoing this confirmation hearing, we're going to start off with Selena Ashland. So you can come up to the front, Selena, and if there's anybody else that wants to testify on your behalf, you can come up and join her. And then we'll go with, after this, we'll go with Mr. Cruz. I guess my colleagues are still at home, maybe preparing to come here, but that's okay. Many a times when they don't show up, then I put in my words of wisdom during the voting. So usually they'll vote for the candidate. The Committee on Public Safety, Border Safety, Military and Veterans Affairs, Mayor's Council of Guam Infrastructure and Public Transit. Transit is conducting a confirmation hearing today for Ms. Selena Ashland to serve as member of the Contractors License Board, which was received and reported to the committee on Wednesday, July 31st, 2019. For the record and in conformance with Section 8107 of Chapter 8, Title 5 GCA, the first public hearing notice was sent out on Wednesday, August 7, 2019, to adhere to the 5 working days requirement, and the second public hearing adhering to the 48 hours notice was sent out on Monday, August 12, 2019, and in addition to these notices, it was also sent out to the media and posted on the Guam Legislature's website. So maybe what we're going to do here, since my colleagues are not here, usually I would introduce them, but maybe we'll start out with the principal, with Selena. Selena, first off, I want to thank you for taking the challenge, because we need people like you in the Contractors License Board. I used to own my own construction, and really the support for the members of the board is very significant, as far as doing procedures and telling the workers, the Contractor License Board, on what is necessary to be done to go on a smooth transition regarding, the procedures and things like that. So you can go ahead and start.
Thank you. Hafaday and good morning, Senator Terlaje. My name is Selena Ashland, and I've prepared a short statement that I'll be reciting for your consideration to confirm my appointment to serve as a member on the Guam Contractors Licensing Board. To briefly introduce myself, I am a proud wife and a mom of 2 amazing boys. I'm also the general manager of Island Equipment Company and currently hold the elected position of director on the board for the National Association of Women in Construction, Guam chapter. I also hold a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology and earned my Juris Doctor degree in 2013 at the Widener University, Delaware School of Law. With the continuing momentum of military buildup and the growing private sector, there is an increasing demand for responsible and competent contractors. Therefore, it is essential that the Guam Contractors Licensing Board be able to meet its objectives and fulfill its purpose, to protect the people of Guam in their dealings with persons engaged in the construction industry. I'm here today humbled and grateful for my appointment to serve on the Contractors Licensing Board, and am eager to effectively utilize my professional experience and education to contribute to the fulfillment of the board's objectives and its purpose. Throughout my professional career, my ability to interpret, apply, and exercise applicable regulations and understand and effectively communicate their impact on business operations and dealings have proven to be invaluable. I know that I can utilize my skills and provide an added resource to the board to forward its mission, to responsibly license contractors, to preserve, develop, and enforce relevant board rules and regulations, and to advance its vision to educate our local contractors on the board's rules and regulations, as well as other new and changing local and federal laws and regulations that may impact our local contractors and the construction industry. Since returning to Guam in 2016, I have strived to meaningfully contribute to our community and construction industry by providing support to the industry through my profession, by promoting and actively supporting organic workforce development and trade sustainment, and being an engaged member of industry-specific groups like NAWIC, the Guam Contractors Association, and the Trades Academy. I am excited and eager to apply my experiences, knowledge, and skills to best serve the board and continue to do my part to support and advance the construction industry on Guam for the benefit of its members, the island's economy, and the general public. If my appointment is confirmed by this committee, I am committed to be a contributing and effective member of the Guam Contractors Licensing Board and ensure that its fundamental purpose is fulfilled. Thank you for your time and consideration, and if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Selena. Are you familiar with the RMA testing?
Not at this time, but I can educate myself and become versed in it.
Okay, because I have some recommendation in as far as the application of the to get an RME certification. There's some things there that I would think it's not necessary to for anybody to know before they are given the certification for RME. Because I used to be an RME, and some of the things that I do there on the testing process really is just either we need to exclude some of that and include some of that. So thank you very much. And go ahead, ma'am. Just state your name, and I always start out at 8:04, but go ahead and state your name and just give me your insight.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Ranjana Dewan. Hafaday, Senator Terlaje, and committee members. I respectfully submit this testimony in favor of the confirmation of Ms. Selena Ashland as a member of the Guam Contractors License Board. I have known Ms. Ashland for the past 15 years, both as a friend and a business associate. In her capacity as General Manager of Island Equipment, Ms. Ashland has the utmost respect of her clientele. Her business acumen is above reproach. Her extensive contact with members of the Guam's construction industry through her business provides her with a unique insight into the requirements of contractors working on the island. As such, her membership on the Guam Contractors Licensing Board will be invaluable, especially given the fact that Ms. Ashland also possesses a Juris Doctorate degree. For all of these reasons, and because I personally know Ms. Ashland to be an upstanding member of our community, I urge the members of this important legislative committee to confirm Ms. Selena Ashland as a member of the Guam Contractors License Board. Thank you for this opportunity to let me provide this testimony.
Thank you very much. Ma'am, go ahead. Usually when we start this confirmation hearing, we go by the numbers of people signing in to testify. But the way I do it, I just go from the left to the right or to the right to the left. That's that's the way I do things. I guess I'm not following the policies, but I think that's the right way to do it. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good morning, Senator Terlaje. My name is Peggy Denny, and I am currently the president of NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction, and that's how I have come to know Ms. Selena Ashland. Selena has been a very active member. I've known her for 3 years now, and I'm so impressed with her leadership capabilities and her level of intelligence and acumen. It's very impressive, and I think that she would be a significant asset to the Contractors License Board. And as has already been mentioned, her Juris Doctorate degree is going to be a tremendous asset to her, to helping her provide greater information and input to the Contractors License Board. So I just offer my 100% support. And there are other members of NAWIC who were trying to get here in time for the hearing to demonstrate their support as well, but we're all behind her 1,000%. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, sir. We met several times already in one of the organizations that you kind of spearhead. I remember meeting you over at Westin Hotel, and we had this ceremony over there.
That's correct, sir.
So you're still making your money, right?
Yeah. Good morning, Senator Pedo Terlaje, and I'm glad you said that you don't start with age before beauty, because I'd be in trouble, because I'll start first. But anyway, thank you for the opportunity. My name is James Martinez. I'm the president of the Guam Contractors Association, and it's a great pleasure that I come before this body and before you, sir, to provide testimony in support of the appointment of Ms. Selena Ashland to the Guam Contractors Licensing Board. I have only known Selena for such a short time, but in my experience, mostly in the area of workforce development and encouraging young ladies to consider a career in construction, the work that she has done as a member of the Guam Contractors Association speaks volumes of her integrity and her work ethic. As a general manager of the Island Equipment Company, a locally owned supplier and distributor of industrial gas, servicing basically the construction industry, Ms. Ashland offers her experience in managing a highly regulated business and will hold the same standards, I'm sure, as a member of the Guam Contractors Licensing Board. Her legal education and background would ensure that contractors meet all the legal requirements for licensure, as well as enforce the rules and regulations as outlined by law. So that question with the RME, I'm sure that she can handle that. There may be some amendments that you are probably going to see, and we'll be more than happy to help her along that way, because we'd like to make some amendments to that as well, including testing for master trades like master electrician, master plumber, and so forth. I believe that Ms. Ashland possesses the wherewithal to abate any disputes that should arise between the contractor, the agency, and or the customer. She is one to deal fairly at all levels and would be a definite asset to the Contractors Licensing Board. I respectfully encourage you and your colleagues to please confirm her appointment and allow her to serve the people of Guam in that capacity. I would also like to add, sir, that I just realized that my other colleague, Mr. Matthew Cruz, was also up for a nomination, which I didn't know, and I apologize. But I don't have time to testify on his behalf for his confirmation hearing, but I'd like to also support my support for his confirmation as well. I have worked with both these professional colleagues of mine, and I believe that this is going to be a great thing for the Contractors Licensing Board, and I see great things to happen. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'd like to thank Ms. Ashland and Mr. Cruz for accepting the nomination to this very important role as a Contractors Licensing Board member. Thank you, and Sudus Masi.
Thank you very much. I also want to kind of impart the nomination for Ms. Ashley, because I think that's the right choice. And I can assure you that though my colleagues, none of my colleagues are here, I think with your record of professionalism and things like that, I think your confirmation is just around the corner. So I want to thank each and every one of you. And you mentioned Matthew. Matthew has always been a good friend of mine. I don't know, because I used to run my own construction company, and because of the protocols in government, I had to just lay off just a little bit because it's taking too much of my time. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sharing this moment with all of us. And Ms. Ashley, I want to just say this, that I want to thank the governor, lieutenant governor, because they're making the right choice to get you into the Contractors License Board. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Senator, and I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Okay, I'd like to thank all of you for your participation in today's confirmation hearing for Ms. Selena Ashley to serve as a member of the Guam Contractors License Board. And like I said in the beginning, if you have any written testimony, you can send it to my address at 140 Aspinall Avenue, Breach Point Building in Aganya, or you can send it to my email, Senator Pedo at senatorpjterlaje.com. And the time now is 8:20. Matthew, you can come up, right? I just want to repeat what I said earlier. If you have any written testimony, you can send it to my address, and I'll give you my address later on. Also, if you want to read your written testimony, you can do so, or you can send your written testimony to my address, and I'll give you my address later on. The Committee on Public Safety, Border Safety, Military and Veterans Affairs, Mayor's Council of Guam, Infrastructure and Public Transit is conducting a confirmation hearing today for Mr. Matthew Cruz to serve as a member of the Guam Contractors License Board, which was received and referred to the committee on Wednesday, July 31st, 2019. For the record and in conformance with Section 8107 of Chapter 8, Title 5, GCA, the first public hearing notice was sent out on Wednesday, August 7, 2019, to adhere to the 5 working days requirement, and the second public hearing notice was sent out to meet with the 48 hours requirement, was sent out on Monday, August 12, 2019, and in addition to these notices, it was also sent out to the media and posted on the Guam Legislature's website. And I would like to thank you all again for coming here. And if there's anybody that wants to testify for Matthew, I think Matthew, what you're going to say this morning is enough for you to get confirmed. So go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
Again, thank you for your kind words. Buenas Jesus, Senator. Let me introduce myself. My name is Matthew Camacho Cruz. I would like to thank the governor for the honor of her nomination to the Guam Contractor Licensing Board. I am the son of John J. Cruz and Victoria Camacho Cruz. I currently reside in the beautiful village of Yamatic, and I am a husband to my wife Lisa Harris Cruz and father to 2 sons, Isaiah and Elijah. I currently hold the position of Vice President, Business Development, Relationship Management for the neighboring islands at the Bank of Guam. I have 25 years of finance history of employment. In the past 15 years here on island, I returned back on 2005. I've served on several boards, currently on several boards, and I want to emphasize that with my professional experience, I hold the ability to serve on this board. I recognize the importance of this position on the economy in our island and the impact it has on the quality of life for those who choose to live on this island. I've worked as a loan officer both in commercial and real estate. I'm familiar with the construction industry. I too come from a construction background with my parents owning a construction company here on island. If confirmed, I promise to conduct myself in an ethical and moral manner and adhering to all policies and procedures set forth by law. Thank you. I would like to welcome any questions that you may have.
Matt, knowing you for the longest time, I know the choice is just right there. The governor, lieutenant governor made the right choice. I know you for the longest time, and I've been involved in the construction industry, just like myself. So I don't think I can ask you any more questions other than what you had mentioned. So you can rest be assured that my colleagues would really just listen to what I have to say about your experience. I just want to thank you. In closing, I would like to thank all of you for your participation in today's confirmation hearing. For Matthew Cruz to serve as a member of the Contractors License Board. And if you have any written testimony, like I said, you can send it to my email, Senator Pedo at senatorjpterlaje.com, or you can hand deliver that to 140 Aspinall Avenue, Breeze Point building in Agana. If you're going to look for, if I give you my address, my physical address, you're not going to find my office. So better yet, I want to tell you where and pinpoint to you right where my office is at. It's right after when you pass post office, coming from the police station, the Havazava coffee shop. I'm on the second floor. It's right there, the yellow building. You cannot miss that. Following the address that I'm giving you, you'll never find me. Even if you look all over, you can never find my address. So I want to thank each and every one of you, and I can assure you that with the records that you have presented and with the records that I have, I can assure you 100% that my colleagues will approve your confirmation. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your consideration.
The time now is 8:25, and this confirmation hearing is now adjourned. Thank you very much.